watching Streethouse TV, the game changer.
Yeah, Blackjack. Inze. Yeah, Mavudo. Udinyoza. You're Malawi fed. Alright. Hey,
everybody, you're watching Streethouse. Please don't you touch that mousey, cause you know you're gonna miss Streethouse. This is Streethouse TV. My name is Chegal on the Blackjack. You already know what it is, man. If you wanna watch more of me and the rest of the people there, you know, me and the rest, watch it right here. Blackjack. To the world, Streethouse. To the world too. One time only.
Welcome back to yet another episode of Streethouse, and as usual, I am your host, Lucie JR. And in today's episode, we're taking a deep dive into what music has become from back in the day to what it's looking like right now. And we've got a very interesting guest coming in for Who Is, so make sure you stick around for that one. But kicking off the show is music here coming in from Eli Njuchi, and this one is called Temporary.
Baby, don't worry. Usama dandau, usama kai, masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Mavuto andi history, sunse zinza kale kale. Chonde usata iwari, masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Sunse zinza temporale, temporale, temporale. Masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Sunse zinza temporale, mafuto atuanga temporale, misonzi atuinja temporale. Masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Upyata dutakale my lover, sajumada mukumbukileo my lover, samwanada mukumbukile sala my hamalanda mabata usaiwala my lover, taona zambili kufika lelo my lover, ndeulova nkashani my lover, kusoa ya renti nkashani my lover, kusoa mafisi nkashani my lover. Sunse zinza temporale, mafuto atuanga temporale, misonzi atuinja temporale. Masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Sunse zinza temporale, mafuto atuanga temporale, misonzi atuinja temporale. Masikuwa utilemba mutayari. Olondima uopche panji kunja kucha na mundu ya ombe panji titaologa iwe ndine, iwe ndine. Olondima uopche panji kunja kucha na mundu ya ombe panji titaologa iwe ndine. uzilemba mutayari sunsesi za temporale mafuto atuanga temporale misonzi atuinja temporale sikuwa uzilemba mutayari.
Welcome back, and our guest for Who Is Today is a very interesting, very popular among the young girls in town. If you know that you're also in love, this one is definitely for you. He is none other than the one, the only, the Mazani is with us in the house today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so first things first.
Yeah.
What does Mazani mean?
Oh man, Mazani. So,
is it your real name too?
No, it's not. I get that a lot, which is a good thing because I think if people often think, you know, it's my real name, that means it's suiting.
Yeah.
Which is a very good thing. But it's not my real name. So Mazani stems from Zani, which is Hebrew for gift from God.
Okay.
So when I was making music with my friends in secondary school, this is like back in 2017, 2018, after we wrote our Form 4, I figured, okay, I think I want to sing more, and I just want to start on a clean slate.
Okay.
And yeah, new name, new sound, new everything, and yeah, I started looking for names, and I have a thing for Arabic names, Hebrew names.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Do you have any attachment to?
I have a little sister who has an Arabic name, so maybe it might have stemmed from.
Really wanted something.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
too. Like, why not me?
Yeah, you have the better name out of the two of us. So yeah, I mean, I think that's also around the same time you had Ajna Khalid and Ajna Zain and all these other guys. Yeah. So yeah, I was looking for names. I found a couple. At first, I was gonna do this thing where I was gonna have a name and a surname, you know, like Bryson Tiller.
Oh, okay. So you wanted to
like I was gonna have something. Yeah, that's what I was
gonna be though.
It was gonna be Zani something.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this Zani that we're talking about, is it like the way Zani Chalet is, or? I
don't know about know about her origin. I don't know where her name comes from, but yeah, mine. That's the origin. So I was gonna do that, and then I figured, you know what, I might as well just settle for like a very short 4-letter name. And yeah, I was gonna stick with Zani, and that was gonna be it.
All right.
Easy to memorize, and yeah,
quite easy on the tongue.
Yeah, that also. But I was having a conversation with one of my friends who, funny enough, I was making music with in secondary school.
Okay, so this was the conversation back in secondary school.
Now this is afterwards now. Yeah, so he was a little concerned about the name, because he was like, okay, what if you blow up one day and people often mistake you for, like, I don't know, Zani Chalet. There's like a lot of Zanis out there. I was like, okay, cool. And then I kept thinking about it. We went to the studio one time with another friend now, Zayshan, and we recorded something. And I remember the producer asking us, like, what should I put on the song? I hadn't decided at this point. Yeah. And yeah, he was the one that was just suggested, why don't you add an MA to the...
Really?
Yeah, like that's how the name came about.
About that?
That's how the name came about. I wasn't with it at first, but I still went ahead with it, which, I believe, I don't know, the name chose me, I guess. So yeah, I went ahead with it. I was like, okay, fine, put Mazani on there. Yeah, it's been Mazani ever since. I think there was only one time that I was very close to switching my name. This was before I put out my first EP, Lavender. I almost considered changing my name, but I knew I knew that if I don't change it now, I'm probably not gonna
do it again.
Yeah, and now I'm very used to it. Like it's my name.
Everybody knows it's Mazani right now.
I don't think I can go back now. So
all right, take us back to when you mentioned that you started in high school with some of your friends. Were you in a group? And did you initially start off as a singer, or I know that some people look? You give me the face. I know it. I knew it. So, did you start off initially as a singer, or were you also like a rapper of sorts?
I had a rapper phase. I was listening to a little rap music around 2013, 14. So I 2014 First Hills Drive, all these albums. Like I was a proper like hip hop head. And then I think as time went by, come 2016, 2017, you know, the Bryson Tillers are coming in and all these other, you know, artists. I think that's when I started to
like, okay, I think this is my sound.
Yeah, like I'm starting to sing a lot more. You know, I'm on the hooks. I met these two girls back in secondary school who were like very big on singing. Yeah, and I think they also like just pushed me to be a singer. You know, just explore that side of me. And I think that's when I think afterwards I knew I want to sing more than I want to.
So your transition from rap was smooth, would you say, or?
I think so. Yeah, I don't even think I noticed that that was happening. I think.
Did you record any songs in it?
And where I rapped?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like to listen to some of
melodic raps. I don't know if I don't have them.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not gonna.
You should have them.
I don't have them, but I think there's people who still do. You know,
guys, if you know you have any Mazani rap song,
send them
please
through.
Send a link. Send a link. We need to listen to that.
But yeah, of course, I never really like used my name because I was going by Malawi then.
Okay.
What is
going on? Okay, so we skipped the name part. What is your real name?
Chifuniro.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it suits your voice.
Yeah. Shout out.
Are you like Chifuniro, like the way you like it?
Yeah, like with an R.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
A namesake. Shout out to him.
And you guys are both you guys should do a song together.
Yeah, like a Chifuniro
times
collab. Chifuniro. Yeah. You know, ex Chifuniro.
Chifuniro X too.
Yeah, I feel like that would be super cool.
Alright, so taking us back to your EP that you recently released, Malawi, I feel like that one got a lot of people listening to Mazani a lot more. We've seen a lot of people using it as sounds on TikTok. A lot of people that are in love, guys. I wish I would use your sounds, but
you're lucky.
But you know what?
Do better, man.
No, I will. But listen, I'm trying. Okay.
I hear it.
But there are a lot of people that are using your songs, and we've seen you performing as well at some weddings. We've seen you, you know, just traveling as well with your EP. How's that been for you?
I think that was a huge shift because before the EP, I hadn't put out anything in close to 2 years, maybe. So from 2021, where I put out like my first EP, I didn't put out anything. So the rest of like the 6 months, 2021, going into 2022, the whole year, 2023, I think I only released the song in. What was it, October, September? Yeah. In 2022, so it had been close to 2 years where I hadn't like put out anything. So that
what
was
would you say was the break? Why was the break there?
I don't know, man. Life.
But you're about to say COVID.
You thought I was about to say what?
COVID.
Nah. I don't even think that was like I mean, maybe slightly, you know, because I feel like everything was on hold around that time. But people are still putting out stuff, so I can't really make any excuses.
Yeah, you don't have an excuse.
Yeah. But I think life, you know, just trying to figure out where I wanted to go, what kind of music I wanted to make, what I wanted to, you know, talk about in the music, because life and the sounds very different from like what Malawi sounds like right now. Yeah, like they're very different sounds. The other one is, I mean, there's R&B influences in both, but you know, there's a lot of English on the other one. It's very experimental. I'm trying out all sorts of different things. There's one song though in there titled Ngadiwe. That's, I think, the one that kind of changed everything. Yeah. I think that's what led to Malawi. I don't think Malawi was gonna happen if Ngadiwe. So Ngadiwe. Crowds.
You seem like you're making reference to someone when you're saying that. Are you making reference? Is there a situation that actually inspired Malawi? Or situations?
Yeah, maybe. There's like different songs in there. There's Malodo, which is, I think, the other time that I've like been vulnerable on a song. I think the other one would be Namondwe. So it's like, you know, this is something I'd like to do going forward. I'd like to tap into that element a little bit more. But yeah, man, Mulenji is interesting. Like I love it. I love the film. Like I go back, I look at the songs and I'm like, okay, I'm proud. Obviously I was composing over this period of time where I wasn't putting out music. So some of the songs date back to even 2021 as far as composition goes. Yeah. Because I remember performing Kaligoka for the first time in 2022, I think. Yeah, there was a mixer at Amaryllis, and yeah, there was an app that was launching. I've forgotten the name, but I had sang it for my guitarist the day before practicing. So we performed, and at the end, Damaliza, like the set that I had initially planned to do, that's when he was like, oh, you know, that song. So that's the first time I performed it. But it didn't come out until like 2024. So yeah, like some of the songs have been there. It's just, you know, but I think that was the time that I realized, oh, we have something on our hands, because this is a song people haven't heard before. So you can tell from how people react to something, and you know, it's easier when like it's already out there and people already know it. But if it's new and people seem to enjoy it, you know that, okay, fine, we're onto something. Yeah. So I think Kaligoka kind of, you know, brought forth that reaction, and yeah, performed it a couple more times before it came out, and yeah. So yeah, same goes for Namondwe. I think Maloto is slightly old also. I had to like change some of the lyrics, but yeah, so there's a bit of old, there's a bit of new, and yeah, man.
Okay, so take us through the Mazani experience, because you recently had experience showcase of sorts. Yeah. You were in Lilongwe. Did you do one in Blacktown as well?
Yeah, we actually started here. Yeah.
Okay, so take us through that.
So the Mazani experience was my first solo show as a, you know, as an act. I'm headlining. I don't have anyone that's supporting me, so
it was just you.
Yeah, it's a little scary because also we haven't done something like this before, so we don't know what the turnout's gonna be like, and yeah. But
what gave you the confidence to pursue that?
Man, we did it scared, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. We did it scared because I remember having this conversation with my manager, my then manager.
You still have a manager now?
There's someone I'm working with.
Okay. What happened?
But yeah, okay, so let me start with the experience first. I remember us having this conversation where, you know, we were talking, and I remember just saying, okay. It's just like, nah, bro, like you're not about to give me this kind of responses, you know, this kind of replies. Like I need you to, you know, it feels like I'm just imposing this on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was because I was scared. So I told her, I was like, I'm scared, that's the thing. Like, I'm scared too, but we either do it or we don't. You know, I don't think there's gonna be like a perfect time to, you know, do this. So yeah, we did it scared. I remember my mom, you know, asking me time and time again, are you sure, like, you know, you're not gonna have anyone else come and support you?
Yeah.
But also, I think mentally I had prepared myself. You know, if it was gonna be 10 people that were gonna show up, I was gonna perform for the 10 people, man.
Wow.
You know, if it was gonna be 15, I was gonna perform for the 15. Thank God it was more than that. Like the place was filled. We did it at Stakeout in Feb. So that was after the EP had come out. I think maybe 2 weeks later. Yeah, and the turnout was great. The vibes were amazing, and I think that just kind of set the precedent for the Lilongwe now. The one that we're gonna do in Lilongwe, and you know, the ones that we're gonna do after that.
I did see some comments from Lilongwe girlies. A lot of girlies. Hey, I'm not saying girlies for no reason. All right, I see it. Okay, and they're usually like, oh, come to Lilongwe experience. And I did see some pictures as well from some of the. It seems as though you had a great turnout. Yeah,
the turnout was good. You know, I remember we had like the wristbands that we had ran out. That's when I knew that, okay, fine. I think for the people that we had initially planned that were gonna show up, we have exceeded the numbers. So whatever happens is just, you know. But it was a great time, you know, performing with a band, it's just you. So obviously these people that have come to this thing have come to watch you. It's not this thing where it's like, oh, it's Mazani and what we do. Yeah, so I think that's also
Those
like
were genuinely there to see you.
And I think that's one of the things I'm most grateful for this year. And yeah, I think that kind of sets the vibe for the one in Lilongwe, because like, oh, Kublantaya, they had this event, you know, if it's sort of Funaya, it's like, oh, when are you coming to Lilongwe? When are you coming to Lilongwe? I went to Els before we did the Mazani experience that side. We had a show at Cafe 92 with Praise Omari. It's still like one of my favorites. The turnout was great. Obviously, Praise has also put out his album, and that's the first time I think he's playing in Lilongwe because he launched it here. So it was a very good pairing, and the turnout was great. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, so
and
after
the genres of you too is a perfect mix.
Yeah, like it was
and the
also
atmosphere, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's something where it's like we also I think share some of the listeners. You know, there's people that listen to his music, there's people that listen to me as well. Yeah, so it made so much sense. And yeah, we did that one, and then we did the Mazani experience now at Orchid. So yeah, man, that's the Mazani. So we've done the Blanta one and we've done Elibona one. Hopefully, God willingly, we're able to do one in Zuzu and a Zomba one. You know, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about management. How has management been for you? Do you manage yourself? Who was managing you before? Because you mentioned that you were.
I did have a manager from last year so the whole time we're releasing Tigafige, to the EP, to the shows, to somewhere in, is it June, July?
This is last year.
No, this is this year.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, from last year to this year.
Okay.
That's when we like split, not on like bad terms.
Okay.
She had, you know, things going on. There was some situations that happened. I got mugged. I got mugged in house. And yeah, I think all this, you know, happening at the same time, her stuff, you know, my stuff. She really needed to just like get her stuff together, and it was that thing. It's like, okay, you need someone that's present right now, and I'm kind of have to, you know, go into hiding, guy, just figure things out, and yeah, but we're still good. We're still able to talk, you know. Yeah.
So what's it looking like now for you?
Right now, I have a, should I say an interim, you know, manager? Yeah, like there's someone that's, you know, handling my...
It's a guy or...
Yeah, it's a guy now.
Okay.
My affairs. It's like a very good friend. So, yeah, currently that's what the, you know, situation is looking like.
Okay, so let's talk about how the music scene is looking like for R&B right now. You started off as English, transitioning into mostly Jijero at Mulenji now. What do you think how do you think it's looking like right now for R&B artists, for Malawian R&B artists, from your perspective? Do you think that it's something that we can actually sell? Do you think that it's something that people can make money off?
I think so, man. There's money, hey?
Yeah?
Trust me.
You said that with a grin.
Money is there.
Yeah?
Money is there, yeah. I think once you start getting into, like, you know, events and all that, yeah, like there's money. There's people getting paid.
Yeah?
Very good monies. I haven't gotten there yet. I get like good amounts. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, oh yeah, no. I get like good amounts, but there's people who are making more. And I think one thing I love about the scene right now, where the, you know, Malawi music is heading, I've realized that, you know, like the locals, citizens, the people that you know, consume the music, they're open now, you know, they're streaming the music. If you look at the numbers have been going up. You know, there's multiple artists with, I don't know, 1 million plus streamed songs on Spotify, which wasn't a thing sometime.
Yeah.
You know, I used to think, you know, like getting 1,000 on a song was crazy. There was a time, there was a time when, you know, those numbers kind of seemed crazy. And now I look at 100K and I'm like, this should be like a standard now, you know? Yeah. So people are listening to a lot of Malawi music. People are playlisting. People are,
Why do you think that's the reason?
Like now?
Yeah.
I think people have just gotten better, man, at like making music.
Because people used to listen to a lot of R&B, Zabunja, and as compared to listening to local music.
Yeah, I think even for me, there was a time when like listening to Malawi music wasn't a very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like I feel like a lot of people kind of like went through that phase where it was like, I don't listen to Malawi music. But with time, you had the homegrowns come in. You had the It's Fridays. You had all these guys, and I think, I think they just kind of, I like Mandem inspired me, man. So I think music, like it's right now. If I heard someone say, "Oh, I don't listen to my music," I'll be like,
come on,
nah, bruh. Like you can find,
it's not cool.
I think you can find at least one artist. Like if you're looking for Afro, there's Mercha, there's all these people that you can listen to. There's Teresa Pondo. If you're looking for like more Malawian, vibe, there's Achina Teddy. There's KLK, there's GMO. So it's like Kulian that are making good music. If you're looking for trap, rap music. Like Crispy Malawi, there's like Bass Cube now.
Yeah.
You have all these artists, so there's a variety compared to like let's say maybe 2019 where it's like okay, there's this one artist that's doing this kind of music, and so I think now people have like assorted to choose from.
So much to pick from.
If you're looking for someone who blends piano and Afro, you're gonna find someone, I'm sure. So yeah.
All right, so who would you say is an artist that you have listened to on the local scene as well as on the international scene that sort of you think about either when you're writing a song, or even if you don't, it's okay. But who is it that you actually make reference to in your head when you're writing a song or in the studio?
Reference. I love Masco. That's like my fighter. That's my goat.
That's your goat.
That's my goat. I think the music that he put out, the time that he was putting out stuff was just.
What do you think about his latest tune? Charles?
Wite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making waves.
What do you think about it?
It's nice.
Is it?
It's nice. I think so. Like genuinely. I think it's nice. Like I don't have an issue with it.
Look, I don't have an issue with it. I'm just trying to get your honest opinion. I'm just trying to get your honest as your goats.
I really do think it's nice. I think he's made better music.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like his old stuff better. But I don't think you listen to it and think, no. I think you could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that. But also I think I don't know if he's like looking to stay consistent with it. I think it's just I'd like to think maybe they recorded that the time he came here, and he's back in the US now. So. Yeah. But it's a good song. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen people dancing to it. Obviously people enjoy it, and it's a dope track.
Okay. Who else is it that you listen to?
There's Masco, there's Teddy. I have some Eli Juji like in my playlist. Some KLK there. What else am I listening to? Praise Omari. Some
not
praise.
Just because they're your friends or something.
No. You'd be surprised. I don't think I'm even like buddy. Like if we see each other somewhere, like, hey man, shout out. But it's not like we're talking on a daily. Like I don't get anything from giving them mentions. It's just me mentioning the people that I'm listening to. So yeah, there's also like people that aren't out there but are very good. Makika Drum is one of them. I think she's one of the best vocalists in the country.
Yeah, I've heard her vocal.
There's Raywall. He's into like folk. He's based in Els. He's a dope artist as well. I love his composition. So yeah, I just have like a couple of Malawian artists.
And international scene?
International, I love Fireboy.
Okay.
I love Fireboy DML so much. I listen to a lot of music, so this is actually harder than
just the ones that you feel
like Fireboy. There's some Adekune Goats in there. Who else am I listening to? I feel like there's people I'm forgetting. Something Soweto. there's this. I listen to some house sometimes. So Achina Mikasa in them.
Yeah.
As a no musician, there was a time I used to love Teleman and Sefo, and but I feel like they also haven't been that consistent.
Yeah, they really haven't.
Yeah, like just a lot of Afro music, and there's reggae. You know, I love Chronics. I listen to some Bob Marley now. I listen to a lot of old school music like 80s. So Achina Diana Rose, Achina Luther Vandross.
Young for 80s.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is,
I understand though.
Yeah, no, the thing is, when you're making music, I feel like you need to understand like where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because even the stuff we listen to now, you know, Achina Bryson Tiller, Achina Chris Brown,
sample some of that.
that's the thing. Yeah. So it wouldn't hurt for you to, you know, understand where it's like coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I have so much fun listening to a song and I'm like, oh wait.
I know.
Yeah, like I know where this is coming from.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I love Kanye. I love Drake. Sorry to all the Kendrick Lamar fans. You know? But yeah, I think these are some of the names that I'm, you know, listening to.
Alright, so music wise, who do you see yourself I've seen that you collaborated with Physics.
Yeah.
How was that collaboration? Like, how was working with him like?
He like reached out, which is like one thing I, you know, like commend him for. I think he always has his ears to the ground, so he knows. Okay, we're not putting fun out. He's very open. Like if you look at his albums, there's always like different acts in there. You know, people that are known, people that aren't. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, he reached out and was like, "Oh, we need to like work on something. I've heard your stuff." I think he mentioned someone. I think it was a DJ from Poli, the guy that was like the ED that side. Okay. Yeah, I think he was the one that like put him on. And he hit me up, talked about it. He sent me beats, and I think there was one that I liked. It was a Travi Beats beat, and we went to Stitch Free and we recorded. Like it was very easy. Yeah.
All right, so what would you say are the challenges that you've met so far now that you're diving into the mainstream? What would you say are some of the challenges that you've encountered, and how have you managed to overcome them, or probably plan to overcome them if they were to ever arise again?
Damn.
In the music industry.
I always feel bad because every time I'm asked this question, I'm like, there's no challenges that I've met. Yeah. The reason why I say that is because I think from like early on, there were things that I, you know, say, okay, if I'm gonna like do music, this is how I'm gonna move, you know. So I love collaborations, but I'm not the type of person to like, let's say, hit someone up for a feature, and if they don't, you know, it's like, oh, nah, no madam or whatever. Because I understand, you know, it gets busy. So for me, I've low-key had this thing where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna earn it, you know. If I'm gonna be on a song with someone, it's gonna be because I need, like, I have to be on that song with them. You know, they also feel the same way. It's not even on some, oh, I'm doing this kid a favor. So I haven't really put myself in positions where I feel like, damn, this is a little unfair or whatever. You know, like I'm very aware. I'm content with, you know, where I am, where I'm going, you know, trying to like build a loyal fan base. I'm not in a hurry, man. So I haven't really like, you know what people talk about? Oh, yeah, like this program won't play my music.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like I've been on radio. You know, I've managed to get on these programs. Yeah. But it wasn't on like I got there because in that entirety. And if I can't get certain things, then it's fine. You know, you can always find a way around. I think the problem comes in when, I don't know, there's some entitlement, but also when you feel like you're deserving. You know, I feel like there's a certain way you should move about it, and that shouldn't be the way. So yeah, if a certain DJ can play your music, I don't know, find a way to, you know, reach the people that you intend to have the...
So you're probably getting secondhand embarrassment when you saw people post
sometimes, because it's like, bro, you know, you know, there's all these platforms, there's all these other, you know, programs that will be happy to take your stuff on. I think a very good case study would be Crispy. I like to think he didn't use the routes that people would think, okay, ndiga figure out Migozi, or if I get my stuff on this radio program, and if it doesn't, then they go basi. Now I think they created like their own movement. They were doing tours. Tinkaona Taminian were thinking, they're doing college tours and all that. But thing is, with those, they were able to, like add to the fan base. They go there. There's 20 people that already know them. There's 100 more that don't. They see them play. It's like, okay, I like these guys.
Yeah.
Same thing. And now when it's time to, like, let's say drop a tape, there's all these people that are like waiting for it. So yeah, I think people just need to like be smart about it. And yeah.
All right, so how would you describe your fan base from your time on? How would you describe your fan base?
Oh man, my fan base. I think my fan base is. I'm grateful. I like to think I didn't lose the people that were there when I dropped. Let's say like these people have stuck with me even with the transition. That's also I think because. There's a little bit of that Mazani still in like the new music. It wasn't like a sweet shorty, hey, we can't recognize this guy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm grateful for. They're cool people,
How's been your interaction with them? Because I know obviously I've seen videos of you dancing with your fans. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Stuff just happens. I feel like that stuff just happens in the hits. Yeah, I don't think it's one of those things. You're vibing to a song. It happens and you move. But I love that also. That I think it's a very like interactive fan base. They'll make videos. They're very proud to be fans, and I love that. I think that's one of the things that I'm very, very grateful for. Yeah.
All right, so what are you looking forward to as the year is ending, the year's about to end? What are some of the plans that you have lined up for Mazani?
Okay, so visuals. I might put out one, I might put out two videos. One for like one of the songs that's in the EP. I think the other one could be an unreleased song. So I was looking to put out a video and two singles. If everything goes according to plan.
So the songs that you've already done, or is something totally different?
No, yeah, like there's one song from the EP that's like definitely working on.
Okay.
Yeah, good jump on. Like I really need to do videos for that one. I think people love it so much.
Not a visualizer, but
like a proper music video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there seems to be a mix up on that one.
Yeah, but hey man, visuals go a long way. So visualizer,
video.
Yeah, whatever you can manage to get done. But yeah, like I want a proper video for this one. And new music, at least a single. So there won't be the single, but two I think.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna put out two songs and a video. And there may be another video. So yeah, and also we were looking to do a show. We're still obviously, working on it. But if it doesn't happen this year, then it could happen maybe early next year.
All right, so Teddy came here and I asked him, you can't be making all these love tunes without a nice little missus on the side. It's very
what did he say?
He said yes. He admitted. He said yes, I do have a missus.
Okay.
How about you?
A shout out to him.
We're not doing shout outs here to anyone. We're doing to you right now. We're talking about you.
Oh man.
Who is inspiring all of this beautiful music? Because people are falling in love with nobody but the music itself now.
I hear it, man. Currently there's no one.
And you're here making a fuss about me?
Yeah, but I mean...
If you're denying her on camera...
No, I'm not. Trust me.
Doing that
Trust
on camera.
me. Like, I'm not... I wouldn't.
So the ladies should feel free to hit your DM.
About that. But there were, like, there've been people, obviously. Like, the songs, like I say, some of them were, like, composed in 2021, so there's been people, eh?
So it was heartbreak that made you silent?
Not even. Not even. I mean, actually, I'm a lot of like heartbreak songs. So you know, yeah, it is a heartbreak song.
Post heartbreak.
Yeah.
Song.
Yeah, but like still. So you know, there's actually a category called the Sticker Figure. There's Ndiweo. You know. So yeah, currently
Nobody.
there's nobody.
Mazani on the market, guys. Look out. Look out. All right, so what would you like to say to people that are listening to your music right now, probably even coming up in the music scene?
Yeah.
What would you advise them? Because you seem to point out a couple of things as well, you know, about entitlement. So
Yeah.
what would your advice be to them?
I don't know, man. Do your homework. You know, listen as much as you can. You know, practice where you can. Because I mean, I'm self-taught. You know, I usually get questions like, "Oh, do you like sing in the choir?" I've never sang in the choir before. You know, other artists have, but like, you know, that's not my story. So, you know, research, listen to as much music as you can listen to, different genres. Because I feel like there's always something you can learn. So, you know, you're gonna learn something from Adele. You're gonna learn something from Chronics. You're gonna learn something from, I don't know, Oliver Ntuguzi, you know, whoever you're listening to. Yeah, I think that's one thing. You know, just like make sure that you're dedicated, give it time. Yeah, and my expectations, like don't, because you know, there's a saying, I think, like great expectations lead to frustrated men. Yeah, so I think always make sure that you believe in yourself first, you know, before anyone else does. Don't put too much, I don't know, faith in other people. So, you know, because I mean, people are gonna let you down, man. And yeah, I think you're much safer if, you know, like if someone says, "Oh, like I like your stuff," you know, a bigger artist. I don't know. Like I've had. I remember there was like a big artist.
We're not mentioning names.
There was a big artist I was supposed to meet. What was that? 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, 2021. I was supposed to meet a big artist by the hotel, Americas, and you know.
This was a scheduled meeting.
Yeah, like it was. Maybe there might have been some miscommunication, but we were supposed to touch base on that day.
Yeah.
So we talked. Someone had like, I don't know, recommended. Someone had like, you know, put this person on there. Yeah. It's like, "Oh yeah, man, I heard your stuff. You know, it's dope. I'll be by the hotel. You know, Nanyamuga. I dropped by. What's this place called? Where they have the most Generic corner. Yeah, like I dropped there because I had a friend that was staying by the flats outside. Yeah, and honestly, like it never.
So you were waiting there.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, you know, I'll wait. Then I never got anything. And that was it. Yeah, but like, I don't feel sorry about it.
Yeah.
You know, makes for great stories also. So yeah, it's like.
Have you gotten in touch with this artist?
No. Like we haven't ever since. We haven't met at any shows. Yeah, I think we're just gonna meet in the same spaces. But if we ever, you know, are in the same space, like, hey man, it's all love. No, I'm not.
I mean, there's no bad blood.
I'm not mentioning names.
There's no bad blood.
I'm not mentioning names.
Come on.
I'm not mentioning names. But it was a huge artist. That was very much. There was like two artists that were very. They were cozy that time. You know, they were always making appearances together. What do I do? Time anyway. I don't know if it was like a PR thing. I don't know if it was like strategy. But yeah, but shout out to them though. Shout out to them.
It's not okay.
No. Like I only. When was the first time I met Kels? Kels no one I would run me.
You're holding out at me. You know who we want to hear.
No. I'm trying to remember where I met Kels for the first time now. I remember meeting Kels. Oh yeah, I remember where I met Kels for the first time. Do I remember correctly? I think I'm sure Eli. Yeah, last year. Yeah. The Hive something. All that happened December around the same time when I show you last siege. Yeah. So that's the first time I met Kels. Could you know Dagomana? I don't know if he knew. Like he obviously knew because Kukumana was just like Mazani, shout out. You know, like I heard your most recent stuff. You know, it's good. I think it was the same thing with Jerma as well. Yeah. You know, like just a bunch of people was like, oh, you have been listening, you know. So I think that was the first time I met Kels. I met him again when they were preparing for Gary's Bus show at the Rubens Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because New Wave was like involved with that one, and I'm working with New Wave. Yeah. So I happened to be really good with him. Yeah. So we're cool.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's definitely not even. This person, you can't even. I don't even think you do. I don't. It's
not Malawi.
No, it's not Malawi. I haven't met Malawi.
It's not Namadingo.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna keep mentioning it.
It's not Namadingo.
Because
it's not Namadingo. I haven't met Namadingo. I've met Malawi. We didn't get to talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe Ndugumana and Zagumana and I at some point. Like I said, you know, I'm a very big believer in just like things, happening at the right time. So I'll meet everyone that I need to meet.
Okay, so from what you're saying, it seems as though you're not working too much on collaborations right now.
Right now, currently, like that's what we're, trying to do,
Okay.
But also we're working with people that want to work with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Who you have lined up on your?
I'd love to do something with Tema at some point.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'd love to do something with Teddy at some point.
Yeah. You just have to.
I'd love to do something with Zezi at some point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be.
So you'd be on a Amapiano vibe. I know that this is not just Amapiano.
Yeah, like he's versatile.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
Yeah, like whatever we're gonna work on, time in your end. But yeah, like there's a bunch of people that if we meet, like I'd love to work with like Kelvin and them. Yeah, like that's someone I really love to work with. Yeah, so it's not like I'm like collaborations. I'm not doing any.
Yeah.
But I also believe in not just fine. Like these people know what to do. Maybe they'd be open to working, and but we should work just for the sake of it. I feel like for the right song, like if this song says Teddy, you get Teddy on it.
Yeah.
If it says Guntola, you get Guntola on it.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. So I believe in not just like doing collaborations for the sake of it. Go on, it should make sense. Okay, fine.
All right. So where do you see the name Mazani in like, let's say 2-3 years?
Oof, damn, crazy. I feel like I haven't been trying to, look that further ahead.
Yeah.
Because that's also scary, But
you seem like someone who plans a lot, though.
I feel like you can't avoid it. Also, like it's something truly you really need to like say, okay, fine. Obviously, bigger, better. Doing bigger shows. And by bigger shows, I don't mean ones that I'm invited to. I mean, like I can have a show and, like a proper, loyal fan base. I think I'm still like big on that, a niche. I think someone that's been able to do that very well is Praise Omari. I mean, obviously now he's like out there. The masses know what to go with Achina planning them. Komano, even before that, he would have Achina September and yeah, there were like crowds that would go to those. He had like a loyal fan base. So I think for me also that's sort of the approach. That's what we're trying to do. And yeah. The fan base, I think I'd love to just tap into like both worlds, with my artist then it's like, okay, I only appeal to people that come from, these parts and, and totally, demographic. Yeah, for me, I think I'd love to just like tap into all this difference.
You want to see an old couple?
Yeah, like I'd love to. I get people telling me, oh, my mom is like obsessed with Garibok. Like I've had friends send me videos of their moms like bumping to this stuff. Yeah. Magali Moto and all that. So it's like, okay. The wedding that I just did, like there were old people there, they were dancing to the music, they enjoyed it. So yeah, but also they were like young kids, and I saw, people that are like my age. Yeah, so just a little bit of, Mafana, birds, the ends, you must say, Banga tap in.
Yeah. Think about it mostly less.
Craft House. Yeah, ooh, Craft House. You're watching Craft House. Yeah, you're watching Craft House. TV at Craft House.
My name is Dingal Israel, and you're watching Craft House TV, the game changer.
I'm
coming live from Craft House. I'm spitting the truth, don't doubt. Spitting the good, my brother, no doubt. It's the SLE. You can do your research, brother. They know me. Pianos and keyboards, but I'm still low key. Yo, it's your boy Slessa, and you're watching Craft House TV. Peace.
Kumwera mpaka kumpoto nanga pakati iyi ndimviri ya Malawi wauona moto kumwera mpaka kumpoto nanga pakati iyi ndimviri ya Malawi.
So we had Taps come here on the same seat that you're on, and he was pretty much explaining how Malawi has multiple sounds, probably topping to 100, but we seem to not have tapped into that sound. Listening to your music, you seem to be along the lines of Mazani, you know, the very folklore type of R&B, but also with a modern touch. Why do you think that's the reason that, you know, this local sound is not as popular as it should be?
I actually do think it's popular, you know. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at, let's say, Msatim Seke by Patience, you know, that's a very local song. I don't know, is that... You know, Didi by Faith, very local. You know, I think someone that's doing this also very well, Baraka, Chifu Binan, there was, they all have like a very traditional, you know, yeah. So it is popular. I just think Malawians could, like artists here, could tap into it a little bit, you know. Even Saint, what's that song? Dengamwe. Yeah, like Dengamwe is very like has a traditional touch to it, you know. And thing is, it's been proven to work. It's been proven to work, time and time again. When someone, you know, taps into that, there's a very good chance it's gonna be a success. You know, I just wish I think a lot more Malawian artists were bold enough to, you know, explore with, you know, these sounds.
There's a lot of genres that are coming up. We're looking at Amapiano being one of them that's been popular. We're even seeing the older generation, Nigeria, coming in with their own sound as well, you know, entertaining young people, not just young, older people as well. But we're looking at Amapiano as a sound that is not originally Malawian, but seems to be quite popular with Malawians, and a lot of Malawians are making Amapiano music. What do you think about that?
Tricky. I think obviously these are sounds that, you know, are very popular. Like, you know, the songs have crossed borders, and, you know, I could say the same thing about like Afro music. Like there's a lot of Afro in the US now, or at least Afro influenced, I don't know, R&B or whatever. You know, with time the sound will change. Even Afro itself, you know, like how it used to sound in 2013, 2014 isn't the way it sounds now. Myself, for example, I think I started to listen to a lot more Afro around 2016, 17. You know, that's Ashina Malik Berry, Ashina Rantown. You know, you have Ashina Fireboy coming now. Of course, it's like a whole different thing to like why Afro, you know, changed and became what it is now. You know, there were artists like Ashina Nonso Amadi that were doing what do they call it? has like a different name. It is like very heavily influenced by Afro. Yeah, but it has like a different name. I've just forgotten what the name is.
No?
It's not even indie. What's it called? There's like a name, you know? So you had like a wave of Ghanaian artists, Nigerian artists that were making this, you know, type of sounds, which is like a very R&B influenced, you know, and I think the artists that came after that, your Remas, your Fireboys, your Joe Boys, benefited so much from that wave, you know, and yeah, I think Amare is one of those artists that was like their time anyway, you know, so the sound is gonna change, it's gonna be, you know, influences. I mean, Timeless by Davido has like a lot of Amapiano influence in it. Fireboy's most recent album, Damola, I think. Is it Damola? I think so. Yeah, like it has also like that to the sounds. So
for a country that's just coming up in the trying to sell our music outside of the Malawian market, do you think that it's a good strategy for us to borrow these sounds that are on the local scene and work with them and then export these same sounds as well outside? Yeah.
I think there has to be a lot of fusion. There has to be a lot of fusion. I think the problem comes in when we borrow these sounds in their whole entirety and then, you know, we don't, I don't know, add a little bit of, because even the piano that they're making in Nigeria is different from the one that they're making in SA. You know, as much as you can tell we don't really love drum and whatnot, you know, Mona Lisa, for example, Loje and SARS. Yeah. It's like it's a, what is it, do they call it Afro piano now? Yeah, but like it has, it sounds slightly different from like what, let's say, Munachina Musa Keys would make, you know? Because I think if there's one thing Nigerians are very good at, it's maintaining their, you know, culture. So it doesn't matter what's coming in. We're gonna make sure there's a slightly, you know, a little bit of them in, you know, whatever this is going to be.
Do you think that as Malawian artists, we are doing our best to
do that,
maintain our culture?
Yo, now that's we could. Oof. I mean the language, obviously, you know, but I haven't seen a lot of fusion. I think that's something we could work on. I think that's something we definitely need to try and, you know, incorporate. Kind of manganjo, kind of Mazani, minimum. I think we can do better. I think we can do better when it comes to piano and.
Alright, just to gauge your thoughts on a song, it's quite popular by. Usually, I was even about to mistake the name because it just sounds so crazy. Kelke featuring Yo Maps and Prince Love. You know, Banapanya. Banapanya. I hope I said that right. But it's quite popular. You know, first time you listen to that song, who do you think it's for? Who do you think it's by? Be honest.
I watched the video first. Yeah. So I mean, it obviously says Kelke on there.
No. Yeah.
It does say, like, the video does say Kelke on there. But I think
at first glance, at first listen,
the first listen, even I think the sound that was like going around Kwambili was the, because obviously it starts with Yo Maps. So you know your feeling. So yeah, but also maybe that was a strategy thing, you know.
What strategy do you think that was?
I don't know, break into the Zambian market maybe?
By kind of letting other people lead in your song. Hey, I'm not saying that it's not possible for that to happen.
Well, was it like a, I'll have to look into that. Was it like a Kelke featuring Yo Maps? Yeah. So was it like a Kelke X Yo Maps? Like which one was it?
I think it was a Kelke featuring.
Oh yeah? Like it was Pro featuring?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a feature.
It's a feature.
You sure?
Yeah, 100. Because I remember speaking about the same thing on air as well. Right?
You know the reason why I'm asking that? The reason why I'm asking that is because you've heard, okay, there's this thing that's been happening. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, where a lot of artists here, nyimbo ijere, ngame bango na kwa Spotify. Ama igana wuli, ama igodi Mazani, Koma, Lucie. You know, like it's not
like
Mazani feature. Exactly. So now it shows on like different profiles, and you know, I think it's like it's a nice strategy.
I think what you mean is like more so like a duet, right? When it's duet,
then
you can appear on both profiles.
Would you say it was a duet then?
No, that I'm not sure. Could he? Iweyo
poimvela.
Mina kerusa.
Iweyo poimvela as Mazani.
Mina kerusa.
Yeah. So iweyo
poimvela. I knew it was a KK song. I knew it was a KK song.
You knew?
I knew it was a KK song.
It was indicated.
Yeah, because it was written on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at first glance.
Okay, if this is a if I heard the song and I had no knowledge whatsoever.
You didn't see any.
I didn't see any names on it.
Whose song was
if I listened to it, I was probably gonna think it was a
song?
Zambian song that has
a Malawian artist
featured on it.
Yes.
If I just heard it without like looking at the names, but the first time that I watched, like it was the video, and it's right there. It's like Kilke, and so you know.
I rest my case. I rest my case. But do you think that is? I get that there are a lot of Malawian people trying to connect with Zambia because that's one of the places that's easy because we connect on the same lingo and stuff. We kind of sound the same with Jewa and their language there as well. Do you see yourself using the same strategy as well?
Maybe at some point.
You will?
Maybe. Not
no.
That's the thing. Not on a. I mean, it's a collaboration, right?
Yeah.
So you are collaborating. You know.
How would you?
I like to think
like inviting them to your sound.
I feel like the issue here is Ambiri Gunobo. We look at it, Kudi, we're bringing into the market, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't look at it, Kudi. They're also like
coming into ours because Zambian music has always been.
Has it?
There was
a time it was popular.
Ah man.
Nah, there was a time it was popular. There was a time we had the third K-Million.
You see?
But
they're still there. Those songs.
No, they did.
No, those songs are still listened to.
You know why I'm saying this? After that wave where we were listening to like Zambian music, I think we got introduced to an MTV base in them.
Yeah.
So we were listening to Afro now, you know, and for entire Rally, Afro music was, you know, Ajina, what's his name? Favor?
Oh,
Baby Sour, like, those songs were like big songs here. And entire manager, we didn't really have like a lot of popular Zambian songs. There would be like one in like I don't know 3 years or so. You know, like Zambian music wasn't what it was entire at the third year, and you know, organized family will come here and there. You know, I like to think we're listening to a lot of Zambian music right now compared to
that
Pakadiba. Nah, not that time.
Okay.
Pakadiba.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Pakadiba, because now it's like they're also. That's the thing. I like to think even at they look at us and think, okay, there's an opportunity there. You know, there's a reason why you can come here.
They have more opportunity than we do there, because they already have that niche that they already had in the past, that influence, and we sort of are starting from scratch
right now.
You know, we're starting from scratch, and for them, it's quite easy for them to penetrate our market.
You know what's crazy? Like there was a time Beches was like very huge. That side.
Yeah.
Like there was a time it was huge. Like when I say huge. I mean huge. Like with Zambia, he was probably like #1 at some point. Like he could go there and have a show.
I remember that, yeah.
You know? So there's an opportunity there. The same way there's also like an opportunity for them here. There's a reason why
but then
your map is like toured twice now? Has your map toured twice?
In Malawi.
Yeah, I feel like there was a time he came and then he came again.
And then, yeah, twice.
But when you listen to the sound, yes, go ahead.
When you listen to Dr. Nawadigo's sound, Patience Nawadigo's sound, it kind of has that easy access into the Zambian market.
Do you think so?
I feel like there's a hint of that.
I think the time that he was making Mabulani, I feel like the time he was making Mabulani, because all these songs came after
Mabulani.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the time he was making Mabulani, he was just making music. I'm making a song, I'm creating. You know, there's no pressure. He hasn't broken into that market yet. You know, he's just making a song. This song goes on to be very huge. I'd actually argue Woody, like Patience doing that also helped like a lot of artists here realize Woody, you can actually break into like the Zambian market. You know, like that point was very like important. You know, Komano, I don't think when he was making the song, the plan was. I don't think so. Mabula is not in Mabula. I see what you did there. I'd like to think Woody, you know, it blew up because I heard the story. I don't know if it's true. Okay. But I heard the story. That. Could he still that song blew up high above it? It was like around 2019 going into 2020, if I'm not mistaken. That is what we say. It was around the COVID time. Zambia, they didn't have. I don't know how true the story is, but I've heard it. Yeah. From like a very reliable source. Okay. Zambia, obviously, Agulesa people, you know, being in the same spaces. So people would have these parties where they'd be in a room like this, and we sing a sega, you know, so you can't hear the sounds from outside. And the mayor that side, who was very popular, would do these lives where he would go and bust this place is open.
This house party.
Yeah.
House party.
And there was one house party that he went to, and he found what? Mabulani playing there, you know, on the live. Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's the story. And he like did a thing. I don't know. He danced to it or something. I was like, oh, who is that? You know. That's like what started to skyrocket the song. Oh, Patience would go. Zambia. Patience would go to Zambia, and Amango Dusa, like roadblocks and stuff. Like let's take pictures. I'll take pictures, and then, you know, like that's how big he was. That side, you know. So I'd like to think there's an opportunity. Dremo, people listen to a lot of Dremo that side. I've seen that, yeah. You know, I'd like to think even Eli, Kelke, because he's been doing like a lot of collabos also. Yeah, with like Zambian artists. I'd like to think would be Mbali Menu if they, you know about like Malawian artists. He probably happens to be one of them. He has a song coming out
tomorrow. Oh wait,
is it tomorrow?
Wait, on the 18th.
With two Zambian artists on it actually. One which like I love, like that's my favorite Zambian artist. You know? He's on this record. And I doubt it's gonna sound like the other one you were talking about.
No, now.
I like to think.
Track that we're talking
yeah,
about.
that's the reason why I think it was also like a strategy thing.
Who's he singing this with?
He has Neo Slayer and there's another guy. He's popular. I'm not sure, but like Neo stuck out because I like listened to a lot of Neo Slayer. Like I had a phase where like I was listening to a lot of Zambian music last year. So I had like a playlist or one, and he's like one of my favorites. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Quite interesting.
Interesting, very
interesting.
Very interesting.
All right, so I'm looking forward to you exporting the Malawian sound.
Yeah, like I'd love to. I'd love to. Like
anybody else penetrating the Malawian sound. Okay, I would love that. I would love for other people to come in.
I think the reason why we're looking at Zambia, Zambia and what we can, is because I don't know. It's not like the same language exactly. Komano. There's I don't know. Is it Chinyanja? Yeah, we have Chichewa here. You're able to pick up this interesting language. There's also like certain parts of Zambia, I'm not able to understand anything. You know, there's this artist, Chilawan. Chilawan sounds very different from like your maps because I think he comes from like
a different part of Zambia.
He has songs that I enjoy. Yeah, like he has. I think there's a song "Teacher" or something. Be My Teacher. Like I really enjoy that song. Yeah. I can barely like understand what he's saying, but he's Zambian and they love him that time. You know, but I think the reason why we're constantly like talking about Zambia right now is because of that. There's a lot of artists going that side. They have an event. I think Eli is gonna be there. Like Streethouse, if it's the same event that Dream was gonna be at. Komano, you know, like you have artists going there and doing shows also. So hopefully, you know, in the near future, you know, a couple of years from now, our music is just as popular as their music is this side.
I hope so too, man.
Zotega. And I don't see why we can't do it.
Yeah. All right, Mazani. Thank you so much. It was a very interesting discussion.
Yeah, that one is always, you know, that one's always sounds and. slightly cheap, but yeah, like the fusions are always gonna be there. So you can't run away from them. But I think the best thing we can do is marry, you know, I don't know, these, because obviously we've been influenced by R&B, we've been influenced by, you know, I think you can't just like adopt these sounds and I don't know, and run with it. Yeah, because even with piano, I feel like even the South African piano has constantly been evolving. Yeah. So if you're just copying it, your friends are like on the next level. Yeah, like you don't want to do that. So I think the best thing you can do is at least like fuse it with, you know, your own stuff. But like, you know, Pop Young has what? Mesa? Mesa has like to my mouth love drums here and there. You know, but it's like it banged. You know, it's very heavy to book on there. Some Malawian, some Afro, you know, I think that's like a very good example of a song that kind of just like made sense because it had like all these different sounds brought together. So yeah.
Alright, this was definitely an enlightening and interesting conversation about music. But coming your way next is a performance by Mazani himself. We'll get to see what he will be performing for us on Hit Song.
Ondikonda amandikonda mbali ya wanu nilikuno kuno ine nilikuno kunoko.
Yeah man, this is Sanbi, otherwise known as Wonjo. You're watching Streethouse TV. Stay tuned.
Nilikuno kuno ine nilikuno kunoko. Omveteta amandikonda mbali ya wanu nilikuno kuno ine nilikuno kunoko. Ndikuona kuchedwa mba tawi kugwirwa ba nifuna nzanyamule kanda manja mwanga.
Hello Malawi, this is your boy Sir Patrick's. Remember, you are watching Streethouse TV. Game changer. Boom.
performance there done by Mazani, and it's called Garikoka. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the show for today. You've been with me, your host, as usual, Lucie JR. Until next week, peace.
What up? This is Coco the Rock. You're watching Craft House TV. Game changer.
Matinkale nao koma bali benkalidwe anthu apa no message. Matinkale nao koma bali benkalidwe anthu apa no message. What's up? My name is CEO Coach Sangala, and you are watching Craft House TV, the game changer. Kati bali mau amachita jogamba musamadikire mukakuta mowa. Sizo lelo maziona musiye message. Dizo maziona musiye message.
I know that you've been working so hard. Everything you do is falling apart. You are not a fool, you effing smart. But this cold-ass world keeps breaking your heart, yeah.
Malawi, what's good? It's your boy Sonia, and you're watching Craft House TV, the game changer. Peace.
If you keep it together,